hope your day is full of rainbow sprinkles and soft serve ice cream and sundaes and banana splits and butterflies and puppies and rainbows and hearts and flowers and streams and waterfalls and all of the wonderful things that exist in the world, like bubbles and giggles. I hope your day's full of bubbles and giggles. Hell yeah. Guys, we have an amazing episode of Shank for you this week with the one, the only comedian, Amy Miller. She is hilarious and she's touring right now. I think you guys are going to love this week's episode. Also, if you're in the LA area, I have shows this week. I'm going to be at Supernova on Sunday. That's right. Sunday, I believe that date is the 25th. The 25th, I will be at Supernova. And the next day, Monday, I will be at the Comedy Store at 8 p.m. I'm doing a set on the Legion of Skank show, Depraved. So if you're in LA, come out. I'm also going to be opening for the one, the only Josh Potter next week in Brea. So look out for that. All of my comedy dates are on my Instagram at Princess Shank, Princess like normal, and then another SHENK. Guys, I can't wait for you to listen to this week's episode with Amy Miller. But before we get into that, there's just something I want to tell you about, and that's, oh yeah, socks. Oh yeah. Look down at your socks right now. Are they gross? It's time to update them. Socks say a lot about a person. They tell a story, you know? You look down at someone's socks and you can see whether or not they love themselves. If your socks are dirty, if they have holes in them, it's time to upgrade, treat yourself, and support the show. Shop ohyeah.com. That's 3 O's HYEAH.com. Discount code SARA10, SARA 10. They have amazing designs to choose from. Some of my favorites are the nipple socks. How cool are these? It says, wear the tits with tits on the socks. Support the show. Get some titty socks. They also have Brady Bunch Marsha socks. These are some of my favorites. There's tons of socks to choose from. Shop Oh Yeah. Discount code SARA10. Guys, this week's episode is also presented to you by Ispire, the dabbing wand solution. Shop Get Aspire, discount code SHANK15. And it's brought to you by Flintt's mouthwatering mints. You can shop that as well. SHANK15 for 15% off. And of course, Sunday Scaries CBD. You can get 25% off that with discount code SHANK, SHENK. Guys, without further ado, let's get into this week's episode of Shank with the one, the only Amy Miller, guys. Here it is. I hope you enjoy it.
Hi.
Thank you for coming on the podcast.
Thanks for having me in your bed.
Oh my God. I've been having comedians in my bed, only women comedians, because
it would be weird otherwise.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, come into my bed. And it's like
but sometimes you do it outside, like on a swing or something.
Yeah, sometimes I do it outside. But the neighbors are doing construction, so, you know. Here we are. Guys,
sweating in your bed.
Sweating in my bed. We love it. You're like, should I take off my shoes? I'm like, that's okay.
I mean, it feels weird in your bed, but
fuck it.
You know, it's not. It's a flattering angle. This is what
we found our angle.
You just know what it looks like.
We're just like,
if we were fucking. This is what you want to see.
This is what people on the internet
want to lay on my back the whole time.
Yeah, this is how we podcast in 2021 after surviving a plague.
I know that's like kind of coming back a little bit low key.
What's going on about that? Should we just sweep it under the rug? Like, what do we do about this Delta?
I don't know, man. I'm just got my shots.
Yeah.
And I'm praying for the best.
That's all you can do.
I just got all my work back.
No,
I'm like, are things going to be canceled this summer? I'm going to lose my fucking mind.
I can't handle that.
If I set up another whole tour and then they're like, no. But I don't know. We're going to like Arizona and stuff, so they never cared. So it'll be fine.
In Arizona and Texas,
yeah,
they're like,
be fine.
What plague?
I know.
It's crazy.
Okay, so I'll just avoid California, Portland, Seattle. I mean, that's literally where I'm going. Yeah.
No. Okay, well, let me introduce you. You're Amy Miller.
Yes.
The first time I feel like I met you, was that on when we did Doug Loves Movies?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Like in Brea or something.
Yeah, it was Doug Loves Movies at the Brea Improv.
Yeah.
Which I haven't been to the Brea Improv since the pandemic. Have you?
Yes, I went once. I opened for Greg Fitzsimmons. It was fun.
I love him. He's so funny.
He's so funny. But it was even like it was pretty packed in there, and this was like a month ago. So yeah, I think Brea also they don't care. Orange County, we don't care.
Yeah.
It depends where you go. But I love Doug. I've been doing his podcast for so long now. It's really weird.
And do you have an extensive knowledge about movies?
I guess so. Well, on the show, it's just like hard to come up with stuff on the spot. And that's what's funny. Like his fans are so great, but sometimes they're also just like, how could you not think of this? I'm like, you get in front of people, have 3 vodkas, and then try to come up with trivia.
I am so bad at movies in general. But I remember when I did that one, I had a great movie. I was with Kate Beckinsale. I said, Click.
Ooh,
and you know what? It's a deep cut to most people, but for me, Click's just in my back pocket. I've seen 5 movies, and Click is one of them.
It's a really good cry movie.
Yeah, I just remember the song
in the rain, and you're just like, oh my dad.
It's also, I love a dramatic, cheesy rom-com.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
We don't really do those anymore, do we? Or do I just not watch them? And by we, I mean society.
Yeah, no, I think we are. Like, a lot of them are like coming out on like Netflix only and stuff. So you gotta check there. But yeah, there's always a good cheesy rom-com. Always.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. I mean, the thing is, we are, the ladies of our era,
right,
are starting to age out. So until like Julia Roberts gets to Diane Keaton, like Something's Gotta Give status, they'll keep her in this in-between time where they're like a little too old to be a regular leading lady. You know what I mean? So it's like her and Kate Hudson, like, our ladies, Ashley Judd.
Oh, that's so sad. Our ladies are old.
They got old because we're getting old too, I guess.
Oh, no.
Well, you're not, but...
yes, I am.
But
we're all aging every day, slowly.
But I'm sure there's
it
some
feels rapid, though, sometimes.
It does, yeah.
Especially in your 30s.
This morning a little bit.
Well, this morning. I felt it in 2020. Like, when I see photos of myself before 2020, I'm like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
She thinks she knows everything.
No, he's just putting on makeup and like, just noticing my face change, and it's so funny. Like, I can't be bothered to care, but yeah, I'm sure there's some like big rom-com starlets that are coming up that we maybe just don't know about.
They're just going through puberty now.
Yeah, like give Zendaya, give her the crown, like someone like that.
Yeah.
But I think not to the level of like Ashley, Kate, and Julia.
Yeah.
Like, they dominated the rom-com scene.
They were like the only people that worked in Hollywood.
Yeah, totally.
It was like another movie with Julia Roberts. Oh, is that Richard Gere? And Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
It was like Adam Sandler, Richard Gere, Hugh.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, I just saw... Oh, yeah, Salma Hayek, too, was a big one. She's also...
Where the hell is she?
Old.
No!
According
it's
to
so
Hollywood,
hard.
not me.
We need to take all of the rom-com ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a pitch.
New First Wives Club.
New First Wives Club, or like a reality show. Like, where are they now? Like, I miss seeing them.
I know. I don't think they need one single cent ever again in their lives. So
I know, because they were like making blockbusters.
Yeah.
When
Julia Roberts only just did like her first ever TV show like 2 years ago. One TV show. It's so weird. She's just like, no, I'm not TV.
I love that, though.
Yeah.
That's so like 90s Hollywood. Like,
yeah. Or even classic Hollywood, where it was like you are a movie star or a TV star and not a lot of crossover. She's like, no, I'm movies.
I'm like, I'll do anything. I'll do a fucking master class on anything.
You're trying to get these commercials.
Give me anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish. No, like, I wish I could be like, I'm sorry. No, television, I'm above it.
I know. It's funny. Like, this business is so miserable. And then just imagining having enough options to say no to like literally anything is...
It is really interesting.
Amazing.
Saying no to stuff. Because when I first started, I would say yes to everything. Like, all right, you want to come do the show? It's in Santa Clarita. You can do 10 minutes, and we'll pay you in like pizza and a Mountain Dew. And I'm like, I'll be there. I gotta cover my own gas. They're like, yeah.
You're like, I'll do an hour.
Yeah. But there is something more powerful about being able to say no, and it feels like it allows more fitting possibilities to.
Oh yeah, totally. Like for some stuff, you're like, yeah, well, if I got this, like pie in the sky scenario that I got this role, like, is this something I really want to like stand behind? You know, because sometimes I'll just get auditions that I'm like, sorry to talk about the industry, everybody. And I don't book anything, first of all. Let's just put that out there. But that makes it even easier to say no to stuff. Because I'm like, well, I'm not going to book it anyway, so I'm not going to audition for this super embarrassing role where they're like, she's a mom. Her body's gone to shit. And she's crying and eating cookies.
I'm always a mom. And I'm like, and I remember the transition of being like, young girl to mom, and then it was a jarring moment.
I still think of you as a young girl.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
But I had one of the worst auditions. I've talked about it on several episodes of this podcast because it's so ingrained in my head. It was this year. I had to send a video on tape. I had to play an attorney for a State Farm commercial. Mm-hmm. I had snot on the lower part of my, like right underneath my nose. And it was like glistening on tape.
You just didn't notice it?
I didn't notice it. And there was someone who was filming my audition. I paid him like $15. I thought maybe he would let a homie know. It's like, I didn't realize that there was snot that was also glistening. It was like the way the light was hitting it. It wasn't like, oh, I think she's got a little snot.
That's
it was like
so funny.
It was like you could probably see your own reflection in it. That's how
like,
glossy
she's a cokehead.
Yeah. And I just sent it.
Represent State Farm.
I called my mom. I was like, what do I do? Because I drove to West Hollywood to have somebody tape it. It was a whole thing. She's like, well, you got nothing to lose. And I was like, all right, I'm sending it.
Filter on it or
something. So bad. Didn't book.
Well,
have you had really bad auditions?
I didn't even notice the snot.
No. It was bad.
Oh, okay.
I showed it to multiple people post, and they were like, yeah, you were not exaggerating when you said there's glistening snot on your face. Have you had any bad auditions?
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, the past couple of years, it's been sending tapes in, so they just, like, go into space, and nobody ever responds or gives you feedback, and then they're just over.
That was vulnerable.
Which is kind of nice, honestly.
Well, because after a while, you get so desensitized. You're like, I don't really plan on hearing back.
Yeah. Like, I have to do one literally tonight when I get home, and I now just like set a timer. I'm like, I'm not going to spend more than, because I used to spend hours. And that's the nice thing about going in person. You go and it's done. If you blow it, whatever. If you don't, it's, but at home, you're just like, I guess I'll do one more.
Yeah. You're like a perfectionist
about 4 hours. Yeah. So I don't do that anymore. It's 30 minutes, whatever. I'm done.
30 minutes.
I'm not memorizing it. I'm reading.
Yeah, and I'm putting it here so it looks like I kind of know what I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly.
And you learn the tricks and you're like, hey, fuck this.
It's just like, yeah, you want me to do it or you don't. You're not going to be like, her acting.
Well, do you know?
Not since Meryl Streep have we seen such delivery. You're going to be like, that's a comedian who can sort of act, but not really, but we like her. Like, that's the only way I'm going to get stuff,
Yeah, if they're like, we need someone who's a comedian. And like, I love when they're like, okay, so, have fun with it, but read what's on the paper. Mm-hmm. And you're like, okay, so am I going to have fun with it or does it read what's on the paper?
Yeah.
Like, what do you want from me? Yeah. I don't get it.
Or the opposite when they're, especially for commercials, they'll be like they won't even include lines a lot of the time because now the whole style is like that progressive commercial kind of like, we have improv actors. And so they're like, you just say whatever. I'm like, so I'm writing this?
Yeah, no.
I'm writing this commercial.
They do several times.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, so, that's what we wrote, but let's throw it away. Let's do something fun. Yeah. And you're like, there's only so many fun ways that you can sell tires or
yeah.
What the fuck?
I know.
And then there was a while where they used to make me like, they'd be like, come do your,
come on.
You want to come up? Come on.
Come up. This is such a beautiful dog.
Oh, he wants to be fully involved.
What are you going to say?
Can you even
breathe into it?
You can't even get up.
Come on.
Look, you can go. You can
my
sit in the
dog
corner.
voice is just like making people's ears bleed.
Whoa!
Come on! Wow, what a big guy! Yes, show me
He's
your
a big
asshole.
guy. Yeah, look at this.
Nice.
Nowhere
Oh
else
my God,
on the
Sarah.
internet are you gonna get this type of content.
Dogs
Amy
love me.
Miller with dog butthole.
You're just breathing into my mic, and
he
love you so
He
much.
really does love you. I think
love
it's
you.
your voice.
I don't know. I'm a dog whisperer.
Are you?
Yeah, you're a good boy.
Do animals love you?
Well, so
Do you?
much.
Are you an animal person?
I'm obsessed.
Come
yeah,
on.
I love a dog.
You love a dog.
But they all treat me like we've been friends for years.
Well, you can
But
see.
let me tell you what, you do have a good number of shit on your asshole, and I'm
He
just
does.
gonna be honest. But that's, you have white hair, and
Well,
so
no, now
it's-
he's gonna sit on the bed with
it's
his.
not my bed. That's okay.
I'm gonna have to clean that later.
You
huh?
put your poop on Sarah's bed. What a good boy. Oh, this is great.
This is how we podcast.
This is my favorite podcast I've ever done.
He's fully in the bed.
Dude, yeah, they're not just like interested in me. Don't chew that. They're like, I want to be close to you.
Are you a dog whisperer for real? I feel like you
I
are.
feel like I might be. I've
just-
never had a conflict with, like, if a dog bit me, I would be so devastated because I don't even want that to be like an option in my life. But so far, it's never happened.
what
Not
do you-
even a threat of a bite. They just
Not
love.
a-
Yeah. They want full body contact.
I can't believe he's in the bed for the pod. Well, I can because he's very spoiled.
It's never happened though.
No, it's happened.
Do you let him sleep with you?
Yeah, he sleeps as
Aw.
well. He's in and out. He's in my room. He's out of my room. He's on the roof barking. He'll come back down.
Aw.
He's
You're so beautiful.
he's very cute.
You have pretty eyes. It must be so bright outside in the sun for your eyes.
It's just us talking, like, interviewing him.
I know. Anyway, so Bowie.
So
See-
Bowie,
his little
what are we gonna do
tail.
about your butt?
Bowie. You have shit on your butt, dude.
And now I gotta wash my duvet cover. First of all,
We're not gonna also lick penis right now.
not on camera. Have a little
No.
dignity. Pete, make
Save
them
it.
pay extra.
Save it for your OnlyFans, Bowie.
This is too much.
Okay, it's a good boy. All right.
Okay.
Don't lick that.
It's like, I guess
You're
you
gonna
love
shock
Amy
yourself.
Miller. You
Ye-
love Amy
Oh.
Miller. You've warmed up to Amy Miller faster than any
Can't
guest.
just like chew cords and stuff. It's
Yeah,
really
no. He's,
bad. This is ridiculous.
so okay.
Okay,
Where are you
back on
from?
track. Auditions. I'm from Oakland.
You are.
Yeah.
Oh, so NorCal.
Yeah.
So how long have you been in LA?
I moved in 2016, so 5 years.
Okay, so that makes sense because
From
that's when I
Portland.
first started seeing you
I was
around
living in
more.
Portland, and then I moved here. Well, I went to New York first for like 6 months, and then I came here. And yeah,
You went to New York. Did you like New York for stand up?
yeah. I mean, I would prefer to live there,
Mm-hmm.
and always have, but I just sort of made it. My whole family's here, and then in the Bay Area,
Mm-hmm.
and my siblings started having kids, and then I was like,
So you're an aunt.
yes,
That's exciting.
yeah, I love it, and it just and then my mom lives here, and she's getting old, and it felt bad thinking about moving that far away from them, but then I just made this comedy compromise where I'm like, I'll just go to New York a lot. So for
Yeah.
years, I just would go like about every 2 months,
Yeah.
and I had a free place to stay there, and that is honestly so much cheaper than living there, like just fine.
Yeah, well,
And then-
because you spend so much money if you go to New York. And then it's like, since you're spending that much money, you want to go for a longer time.
Totally.
Because you're like, okay, I already spent $1,000 just on the flight. Hey, enough.
Yeah,
He's-
no, totally. And the weather's kind of not for me. But also when the pandemic started, I was like, thank God I settled on LA because I have
Because,
space, a
yeah.
backyard,
Yeah, no.
I can get around. Yeah, I was like really glad for it then. But now I'm like, because my nieces and nephew are a little bit older. Like the youngest one is 9.
Okay.
And the oldest one's 13. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm not ruling out going still.
To New York.
Yeah, just to
Yeah.
live for a little while.
Yeah, well, let's see what happens with this Delta strain.
I know, exactly.
I'm like, should I be worried about it? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'll look back at this podcast and be like, fuck yeah, I should have been.
I know.
You know, like, I don't want to. get overly hyped about it, but I don't want to be not prepared.
I think we'll just all probably... Well, and it's like we all had this blissful, like, 3 weeks to a month where we were, like, thinking about all this so much less and living life again and, like, not talking about COVID on podcasts.
I know,
you know what I mean? And
know.
now it's like, yeah, today, bad news. I think we'll just all end up having to get, like, a booster shot probably every year, maybe till we die. I don't know. I don't know.
I know.
But I'll take it. Give
I like
me
your
every shot.
I like your owl ring.
Oh, thanks.
Where did you
Very
get
Topanga.
that? It is very Topanga. Are you like into like any new age stuff?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I actually got it at a really funny place. You know, Anderson's pea soup off the
Yes,
I-5?
Buellton.
Yeah.
Is it good?
Their pea soup is excellent. It
Wait,
is truly
okay.
the best pea
Okay,
soup you're
so
gonna ever have.
How do you even explain what Anderson is if people don't know?
Okay, so there's a truck stop off the 5. It's about like 2 hours north of LA. And it's like this Scandinavian style
It's
building.
Scandinavian.
No, the building is very
okay.
like...
I don't know if I've been to... I've only just seen the billboards.
Oh, yeah. It's also like, you know, those sort of like Disney style houses with the like storybook style.
Now I'm like inspired.
They're famous for their pea soup, which is hilarious because if you're like, I guess if you're a truck driver and you're on like a long haul, that's probably very comforting. But if you're just like,
pea soup.
I'm driving up to San Francisco and I need to stop for food, it's usually not like a
Pea
big hot bowl of soup.
Pea soup.
But they do have some of the best fried chicken I've ever had also.
Really?
And then they have a gift shop that I had never been in because I'm not an old woman and I don't need like a crystal figurine of a panda or whatever.
Yeah.
Or like, a Bible with my name on it or whatever. But I was like, oh, let me see this jewelry. And then I bought this owl ring. And
I can't believe that's where you bought it. I forgot how we even got on the subject of Buellton's, and then you brought it back with the ring, and I'm like, oh my god, that ring is from the pea soup place.
It's from the pea soup restaurant.
And it's worth it.
And now I'm into that because I do a lot of long drives for gigs. Like if it's basically within 9 hours, I'll just drive because I like to drive.
I also like the feeling of being in control and like knowing I can leave whenever I want.
Totally.
Not being like I'm stuck in another state.
Yeah, and it's just exhausting like going through LAX. So sometimes I'm like, I'll just drive. It's 5 hours, whatever. It's Phoenix, you know. But when I am on long drives now, I'm more likely to like bring my own food in the car. So I'm not eating fast food and then stop for like a funny thing, like to buy this owl ring or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like my stops will be like pee, but check out this like random truck stop museum for
but that's
like
kind of fun,
minutes.
right?
Yeah.
So you're just gonna
feel like work. It feels like I'm on vacation
or like an adventure.
Yeah.
I
Totally. Just
love
get like a tie-dyed t-shirt that says California for like no reason. I have like so many shirts that just say California. I'm like, it's so embarrassing.
I love like a
do love it.
tchotchke.
Yeah.
I love a tchotchke. I love like
little jewelry
a
box.
souvenir. Yeah, like if I had more space, it would be a problem.
Yeah.
Like I could see myself, like I'm the type of person that if I didn't get it under control, I could have multiple crystal pandas.
Yeah.
You know, like,
You're
that's
it's
me.
a little license plate that says Sarah and has lizards on it.
Yeah, but it's a little different than the other one I have.
Yeah.
Like that, or like
they
magnet
didn't even
person.
have Sarah with no H, but I just bought it anyway. I'll
Yeah, exactly.
They never have Sarah with no H, I feel like.
No, they never do.
Yeah. I'm grateful for
Amy.
Basic. They always have AMY. Always.
AMY. You said
Always.
I was like, it took me a second to process.
Yeah, they never have like the other spelling of Amy even.
What would that even be?
AIMEE is a common
Please.
one. Truly.
Please.
Like Amy Mann. No, really.
Please.
They have it.
Please.
That is a real
this
name.
This is
She's so upset about
I am.
Amy Mann's name.
I am.
It's probably a little bit like, yeah, I mean, I
Just
think
over
you had
the
to be
top.
born like in the 70s to have AIMEE, but It's real. But I've never gone to one of those tchotchke stands that didn't have Amy on something probably every single
Yeah,
thing.
no, that's so
What a
lucky.
gift.
Yeah, you're so lucky.
I do, and this has been a lifelong problem because I was at my mom's house and she was like, oh, here's like a little box of like old tchotchkes of yours from high school.
Okay.
And then I did find a keychain that's a California license plate that says Amy. So I have it on my keys now.
I love that.
And I'm like, what? I didn't even drive when I bought it. I was probably like 12.
Yeah,
and
but
I'm
when
just
you're
like California, we love it.
But when you're 12, there's nothing better than like getting like a tchotchke.
Oh,
Or like, do you remember Claire's?
of course.
The
They're still
accessory
around.
store?
Yeah, I've been to one recently.
You have?
Yeah,
And
because I love them all.
what was the merch? Were they
I
still
was getting
bringing
a
it?
headband.
Okay.
Yeah, like your headband's so cute, but that's
Yes.
like this is what you go to Claire's for. Yeah,
Okay, so they're still doing it.
they're still going strong. Yeah.
I want to go.
Well, in so many places I go on the road, like the mall is literally the only thing around,
And it's so fun.
and it's not hot in there. And yeah, I'll like see a movie, hit the Red Robin, maybe do some shopping. Maybe a new shirt for the show that night.
I love that.
Go back to the hotel, take a nap, go to the shows.
I love a vintage
like
shirt.
mall day. All day mall day.
Yeah, all day mall day. I love that. It's so like 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
Do you remember like I would go to the mall all the time?
Yeah, I didn't, well, because I grew up in the Bay Area, so, well, no, that's not true, because we went to Hilltop Mall in Richmond, like, all the fucking time. What am I saying? That was, like, that was the dangerous mall. So, because in the East Bay, there's always, like, I mean, it's so mixed, like, that there's always, like, this is the white people mall.
Okay, okay.
This is sometimes where people get shot. Not saying... yeah,
right.
That came off very racist. Like, don't go where there's brown people; you're gonna get shot. No, there was just a specifically dangerous mall, but that was always the one that we went to.
The dangerous one?
Yeah. Well, it was closer to our house.
Was it more fun?
It is more fun. Yeah, it was more of a scene if you were like, you wanted to look at boys and stuff.
Going to the mall to look at boys was such a fun hobby.
Yeah,
and also buying something. I remember like going to the mall without my mom for the first time and buying like the slutty clothes that I wanted that she wouldn't let me get.
I would always go with my sisters, so I was like pretty little, but they were already like teens. So we would just go and buy like just so many scrunchies, which I'm so glad are back.
So glad.
Thank God.
Thank God. Back bigger than ever.
Oh yeah, and you can get so many different patterns at Claire's.
Yes.
Yeah, and then you just like drink an orange Julius or whatever and just like enjoy your life. I haven't
had an orange Julius in so long. And then also I love a pretzel sample.
Oh yeah. Or paying for just the bag of like pretzel bites.
So good.
And cheese.
So good. I also like a cinnamon.
Yeah.
Also like a cinnamon pretzel from like an Auntie M's or whatever. Hit me with some of that.
It's so good. Yeah.
A Dairy Queen. A Dairy Queen.
And I think it's also, I mean, LA's not short on malls, but they're different. They're like open air and they're like, I'm like, why do I want to be hot at the mall? The whole point.
The Grove.
It's like, love the Grove. I live right by the Grove.
The Grove is
I go there often.
It's an experience.
But it's a different kind of thing.
The farmer's market. Do you go there?
Love it.
I love the farmer's market so much.
Yeah. There's a really good place to get catfish there, like a catfish plate. Mm-hmm.
There's also that really good like Brazilian place where they like weigh your plate. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm taking a chance here. I hope she knows it.
Bars, which I legitimately didn't think would survive the pandemic. I'm so glad they did.
They did.
24-hour diner. I love a 24-hour diner.
I love a diner.
In general.
LA needs more.
Older benches and booths, the better.
I love that.
I feel like cracks in the vinyl. You know
yeah.
What I mean?
Like I feel like New York has all that covered in a way that LA kind of lacks. Like I wish we had a little more of a diner scene.
We have a lot of really good diners. They're just kind of spread out. And very few of them are 24 hours, which I like. I love Cantor's. But then this is what we get wrong in LA.
Yeah.
That even New York doesn't do. The prices are astronomical. Because New York is like yes, this is an expensive city, but a diner is a diner. So grilled cheese sandwich
Yeah.
is $5 or less.
Yeah.
And LA is like, that's $14. And I'm like, no, it's not. This
Yeah.
is literally bread and cheese and fries.
Yes.
But then I pay for it.
And then you pay, because you're paying for the experience.
Yeah.
Hi, mommies. Hi, daddies. Hi, babies. It is I, Shank. You have reached the half point of this show, which means one thing and one thing only. It is time for me to take a dab with my Ispire wand. If you're looking for the ultimate dabbing solution, get the Ispire wand. Get Ispire. Discount code SHANK15 for 15% off. It's the ultimate dabbing solution. I can't recommend it enough. You can literally turn any pipe, any bong, any piece into a dabbing machine. All right, right now I'm heating up the concentrate. I like to heat it up at around 500 degrees. It's ready to go. I'm going to take a dab, and then I'm going to tell you about my favorite CBD. Hang on one second. Okay. You can see the dab works. Get Ispire. Shank 15 for 15% off. Look, I changed my little bong here into a knee nail without needing a huge creme brulee weird torch, without needing any weird drug addict looking utensils. I just heat up the concentrate with the wand, and there you go, guys. You heard it here on Shank 15. Get Ispire.com. You're welcome for the discount. This is a great gift for the stoner in your life. If you know someone who smokes concentrates, waxes, any of that, get them an Ispire and support the show. Makes a great birthday gift. You know, I'm thinking of you gift. I want to fuck you gift. It's the perfect gift for whatever you need. I mean, like, if I wanted to fuck someone and they got me an Ispire, I would for sure be turned on. That's all I'm saying. Okay, guys. Also, it's the halfway point of the show, which means one thing and one thing only. After doing a dab, I got to tell you about my favorite CBD by Sunday Scaries. Head over to sundayscaries.com. They have an amazing selection of CBD products. Stuff that's great for insomnia and anxiety and inflammation. I can't recommend Sunday Scaries enough. And the most exciting part is that I am offering a 25% off discount code with the code SHANK, SHENK. I don't know any other podcast giving 25% off CBD. What I love is that they have an amazing assortment of goods to choose from. My personal favorite are the vegan sour gummies for chillin'. They're packed with B12 and D3, which is great for your energy levels and your immune system. Head over to sundayscaries.com. They have tinctures that have great flavors. They have CBD bath bombs. They have it all. Discount code SHANK, 25% off Sunday Scaries. Guys, and then after, you get your CBD and your dab on, you just need one thing and one thing only, and that's Flintt's mouth-watering mints. You've seen them on many episodes of the podcast. They are packed with flavor. They also make your mouth tingle. There's all different levels of mints to choose from and all different flavors. The sour tangerine's a really good choice if you're looking for a pretty casual mouth water because it's strength 175. They also have cool watermelon, also great flavor. They have regular mint, which if you're just someone who loves having a mint on you and you smoke weed, the mint is a win-win because it'll make your mouth a little more wet, not soaking, just the right level of wet, and it tastes incredible. They also have lemon, cherry, cinnamon, ginger, all different strengths and different levels of mouth watering. Head over to Flintt's, that's Flintt with 2 T's at the S.com, discount code SHANK15 for 15% off, and you'll get your pack of Flints, and they send them in these adorable little collectible tins. They also make great gifts. They're great for people who like to smoke weed, drink coffee, anyone who needs to quickly send their mouth to the spa. I can't recommend Flintt's enough. Okay, guys, let's get back to this week's episode of Shank with the one, the only Amy Miller. Thank you. There's like something about a diner that just feels good. Like a cup of coffee. Do you like coffee?
Love it. Yeah, and
You're
those
a coffee
heavy,
person?
like, short, stout mugs.
Yeah, like
It's my
maybe I need to
favorite.
buy some of those mugs.
Yeah. It was very funny when, well, not funny, but when the BLM protests were happening last year on Melrose, like when, Melrose got smashed up, the cops, literally, the line was in front of Cantor's. Like, they were like, we will protect our 24-hour diner.
At all costs.
Yeah, literally, like, the helicopter shots were like, they were parked in the Cantor's parking lot, and a line of cops was right in front of it. And everything else on Melrose, they were like, whatever, fucking
like, fuck
smash
Supreme.
It. Yeah, they're like, we eat here.
That's hilarious.
I need 3 a.m. pie.
Yeah, but like you always know the good spots because there's cops there. Like, do you like California Chicken Cafe? Yeah, it's true.
I've never been there, actually.
California Chicken Cafe. Do you like chicken?
I do. Is it like Zanku, but better?
Kind of. It's like in the same. It's not Mediterranean because Zanku is Mediterranean, right?
Yeah.
What is it? Yeah, Zanku's incredible though.
So good.
I love those like roasted beet things.
Oh, yeah.
Or pickled beets. What are they? Pickled beets. I'm like salivating talking about it.
I'm so hungry.
No, California Chicken Cafe is kind of like that. It's rotisserie chicken. They got sides.
I love
Check
that.
it out.
I will.
They're not sponsoring the
Sponsored
podcast.
by-
California Chicken Cafe. No, yeah. He likes California Chicken Cafe too.
Are you hungry?
Do you want to try a mouth-watering mint?
No, thanks. Why?
Because they have some and they sponsor the podcast.
Because I'm drinking this pineapple.
Oh, yeah.
Because they sponsor the podcast.
Yes.
I'll try one after, and it's going to be great.
Flintt's.
Flintt's mints.
Flintt's mints. Flintt's with 2 T's. Do you have any hobbies?
I mean, I guess.
Like what?
Well, I cook. I love to cook.
Okay, that's a hobby.
A lot. Yeah. Over the thing, I learned how to roll sushi, which was very fun and so satisfying.
Whoa.
Yeah, because sushi is like delicious,
Healthy.
and it's very satisfying to like look at, all your rolls rolled out and be like, I did this.
Yeah, it's like an art.
Yeah, it's really hard to do by hand. They also have like those guns, like a sushi cannon, where you just like roll it up into this like tube, and then you like push it out, and that's really fun too. But it's not as difficult. But I don't understand how these sushi chefs are rolling these things so fast.
They're
Just
artists.
turning them out, putting them on a conveyor belt.
Artists.
Like, it's hard to make it perfect. Yeah, they are. They truly are.
Are we paying our sushi chefs enough?
I doubt it. Have you seen that movie, Jiro Dreams of Sushi? About like the world's
perfectionism,
like, premier
sushi.
chef
I want to
in
say
Japan.
I did, and it was incredible.
It's incredible. Yeah.
Um,
but it's truly an art form. Like watching him in that documentary, you're like, this is nuts.
I would love to go to Tokyo and eat sushi.
Ugh, I know. I was just talking about Tokyo with my boyfriend last night. Like, we want to go so bad.
Have you been?
I've never been. It's like a
Me either.
bucket list place.
Same, because I want to get involved in the fashion. Like,
Oh yeah, I see that for you.
yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, catch me in like an anime outfit
Yeah.
with the Harajuku hair.
We watched Fast and Furious 9 last night at the theater, and
No.
it was very fun. But there's a whole couple scenes in Tokyo, and I was like, I want to go. Well, not just
Fast
sushi
and the
rolls, but,
Furious.
like, yeah,
9.
yeah.
So what led
They're
you
on their
there?
9th. I've only seen number 1 and number 9.
No.
Yeah.
How did you
I
get
missed a
there?
couple.
Your boyfriend?
Well, Steve Hernandez organized it.
Okay.
Yeah, we went with Steve and his dad and
No.
Julia. And
I love that.
Steve's dad. Well, yeah, I mean, he's like an older Mexican man from California. Like, they fucking love Fast and Furious. I'm sorry, but they do.
Well,
He's from LA.
obviously a lot of people love Fast and Furious.
Yes,
if we're on
but
9.
it's huge in the Latino community.
It is?
Yes. Yes.
I'm learning all kinds of things.
It was fun. It was exciting. I did take a accidental like 10-minute nap because if there's too much driving and chasing, I just fall asleep. I like dialogue.
I see you're a dialogue person.
Yeah, not the best movie for dialogue. For sure.
I can't imagine the type of dialogue in Fast and the Furious 9.
Oh, it's not good.
Imagine writing that.
They go to space in this one. That's not a spoiler because they put it in the trailer, but they went to space. Oh, they put Ludacris all the way in space.
Luda?
Yeah.
He's still relevant and in space?
Ridiculous.
That's crazy.
He's relevant musically and in the Fast and the Furious films.
Has he been in multiple?
What else do you need? I think he's been in all of them, but again, I missed 7.
I just want to say Luda over and over.
I know.
Yeah, the Fast and the Furious films. I don't even think I've seen one.
Oh well, it's fun. You should watch it.
Okay.
Watch the first one.
Okay.
The first one's like very fun. Very like late 90s. Like Paul Walker is hot.
I know, but then it's a bummer he's not in the later ones.
We got the time out of him that we got. That's
I like this attitude. I like this attitude.
But he's so perfectly 90s hot. And then he has like this accent that I think it's truly unless you're talking about like a full-on like Valley Girl, is like the only like male California accent where he's just like, just like, yeah. Like, and I looked it up. I'm like, he's from Glendale, which I never knew until 2 days ago when I was watching Fast and the Furious one.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's just this very like LA dude, like, and
I'm into that.
Gorgeous.
Okay, I'm gonna watch Fast and the Furious 1 and 9.
Yeah, I guess The Rock's in some. I sound so dumb right now, but I only saw 2 of them. I heard The Rock was in some.
I know The Rock was in some, and I don't know anything about the series, right?
Yeah.
I feel like he was in all of them. Was he in 9?
No, he's not in 9.
They didn't have the budget.
Yeah, but Vin Diesel is still in it, and he's the backbone of this operation. And they use like the craziest, how they do that, like euthanizing is not the word. I'm sorry that you had to hear that word. Like digital effect to make you look younger now. Like they always do it with like Nicole Kidman, where some scenes she'll look just like straight up like a cartoon, like she's CGI, because they shoot everything normal and then they just like brush all your age away. And
really?
Yeah, Vin Diesel straight up looks like CGI for half the movie.
No, they do that?
Yeah.
Or is it just
it's really common now?
Or I thought it was just like plastic surgery. Because this is clearing up a lot for me.
Yeah, no, they do both. It's really common now. Because I think it's much easier to do. Like, the technology has just improved. And so, yeah, you can shoot someone regular, a whole ass movie, and then in their contract, they're like, you must provide age-defying technology.
That's going to be
Vin
me.
Diesel will just, like, be, like, 100% wrinkle-free. And he's, like, in his 50s, And then I even think they smoothed out, like, his arm skin. Like, there's moments where his arm just looks, like, young. And I'm like, bitch, no. Age.
What happens when these people are seen in real life and they look nothing like that? Does that matter?
I mean, it happens. It happens all the time.
Totally.
When we see them, like, on the red carpet and stuff. And then it's like, oh. But whatever.
It's also
fantasy.
Like it makes it seem it's so unrealistic that you can't even be human. It's like, I am not human. I am just you become like a product.
Yeah.
You're not even, it's weird.
There's this other thing they're doing now that I noticed too, in Fast 9.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's the full title.
Fast 9.
Is that, typically it's like so like it's a scene with Michelle Rodriguez like riding a motorcycle all fast and crazy, Fast and Furious.
Okay.
And normally it would be that thing where it's like close up on the actor and then there's a stunt person, but their heads like turn the other way. So now they're just going straight on and just like digitally putting the actor's face on the stunt person's body, and it looks absolutely bonkers.
How do you're up to date on the technology?
You can see it. I mean, we saw it in IMAX. It's, it's the size of a building. Like, you're like, oh, that's kind of Michelle Rodriguez's face, but it's all weird.
No.
Like Face Off.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's really cool. But it's like, also, yeah. And then you see the list of like the Fast 9 list of stunt actors was truly hundreds of people long. Like, it's so many people. It's crazy. God bless our stunt coordinators and actors for all the fun action that we get.
Also, though, I have a joke about this, but about how I got matched with a stunt dude on Raya. And I was like, I do not want that.
Why?
It's too much.
I mean, his body's broken.
His body's broken. His head is probably broken too from the traumatic brain injury.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope he's okay, but I also think those guys, like, they're like wrestlers, where it's like, oh, after 50, you're walking with a cane, and you don't need all that trouble.
I don't need all that trouble. I need him to know where his keys are. I need him to know where his keys are and my keys are. I don't need him to get hit so many times in the head he doesn't know.
That's your baseline.
That's my baseline. Like, I need someone who can keep track of my keys.
Really interesting job, because it's so much work with no glory.
But I feel like they get off on the adrenaline.
Yeah.
Which is also like its own. They're like adrenaline junkies, which I don't get.
That's true.
Because to me, it's like, just do drugs. I'd much rather that than you jumping off a building for kicks.
Yeah. Well, then a lot of the big actors of the 90s, like Tom Cruise and stuff, they would have not just their stunt people, but their stand-in that always did look like remarkably like them. Just for like scenes where, cause they don't want to shoot every day because they're superstars.
Yeah.
Where it's just like the back of someone's head. So there are all these little like duplicates of famous actors like walking around.
Yeah, I remember that stunt people and stand-ins make a lot of money. Because I remember when I was an extra, I was like, I'm trying to get into that stand-in.
Like, who do I look like? Yeah.
Who do I look like? Yeah.
Who would you stand in for? I feel like you could stand in for several people.
I'm available to stand in.
Natasha Leggero.
I'll stand in. I'm available.
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
I'm available.
I mean, they're both way older than you, but still.
Still, that doesn't, it's all about the energy.
The vibe, yeah.
The vibe.
Yeah. The stature.
You gotta talk to my stand-in manager, Amy. But being a stand-in would be fun for like a week.
Yeah.
And then you'd be like, I don't like this.
Yeah, and also depends. Yeah, hopefully the person you're standing in for is nice, because you do end up having to work together a lot.
And they're not like, who's this wannabe?
Yeah.
I feel like there would be that weird energy sometimes.
Yeah.
Right?
I'll stand in for like Fortune Feemster.
Hell yeah.
With a wig.
With a wig? Yeah, like stand-in work. I wonder how much does it pay? It's a good job. I knew a comedian who was a stand-in during the day.
I mean, there has to at least be like the union minimum, which is, for a day rate, it's like, I don't even know what it is.
I don't know what it is.
In so long, like $1,700 or something. So it's like, yeah, it's not a bad day of work.
No. But if you're non-union and you work a background job, have you ever done that?
Yes.
That is traumatic.
It's really bad money.
It's a really bad money.
And I only did it once.
All of the mentally ill are there.
Yeah. I only did it once because it was like for a comedy related thing and they were shooting at the Improv. So I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll go. But it was even a little bit embarrassing because, because I got there and there were other comics there who are like in the show, writing on the show. And I'm like, yeah, I guess I just really needed $175 to be here all day and get a free sandwich. But there's so much downtime. I was just like working on my laptop and we're just at the Improv. So it's like whatever. Yeah. But I wouldn't do it. That's, speaking of Doug Benson, I don't know if you've ever looked at his IMDb, but he basically survived on being an extra for years in LA.
He did?
When he was starting out in stand-up. And so he's in so many movies.
No!
And it's very funny because sometimes you'll just be watching something and have no idea. And then, like, this 22-year-old Doug Benson is just like, hey.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he's in tons of stuff.
Yeah, no, I thought...
It's very funny.
I thought I wanted to be an actor, so I was like, let me just start out doing some background stuff. And then after hanging out with the mentally ill background people, like people being like, I gotta call SAG because there is smoke on set and that is $35 more. It's like, well, I gotta get my smoke bump. I'm calling SAG. Yeah, I'm calling SAG because there's water. We're getting a water bump. Are we getting that? Like, everyone was so insane and like feeling like that stuff. Oh yeah, no, I was a part of the community for a second.
Cool.
No, I had this like background agency that would find me work for the day. There's a lot of Nickelodeon background.
That sounds fun. Background's
horrendous.
Not as good now because they can't, like, at the moment they can't do craft services really because of
literally
COVID.
No point.
So they just, and it's like, okay, yeah, they're just like individually wrapped sandwiches and stuff. And
that's dark.
That's not what I'm here for. I want to snack all day.
Yes.
I want it to be open.
And I want to be able to put some things in my backpack.
Yes, absolutely.
When you're not looking, because I'm a background actor.
Yeah.
And I need this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I know COVID has taken so much from us.
Buffets.
Carrot sticks and ranch. Soup plantation.
Soup plantation.
Even just also, like we were talking about diners, there's so much less just like I want the whole bottle of ketchup and mustard. Just give it, because they don't put stuff out on the table like that anymore. They have to bring you a little side. A, annoying for the servers. B, I don't want to have to be like, bring 4 ketchup cups. You know what I mean? It's like, why are you putting me in this position? No one got COVID from a ketchup bottle. Are people sucking on it?
Give me the fucking, and then how about you give me the ketchup bottle and then wipe it down with a Clorox wipe?
When I worked at a diner for years, and we actually would see children in particular just sucking on a ketchup bottle, and then it would be this thing where we're like, okay, noted. Like, I'm like really busy, you know, it's like a brunch shift. And so I'm like, okay, table 6, burn the ketchup bottle with fire, and then all of a sudden, like, the table has left.
And you get
busy.
busy.
The bottle is like, you know, a busser already took it, and I'm like, no, I'm like following around the restaurant trying to find it. Like, we need to do something, and then it would just get lost, and I'm like, well, someone's gonna have that kid's disgusting germs, and what's wrong with you that you let your kid do that?
Yeah, if my kid's giving fellatio to the ketchup bottle,
so
I'm taking it away and I'm wiping it off.
Yeah, you'll see an adult do it too, just like a quick little lick. You know, just like squeeze the ketchup out on their fries and then like lick. I'm like, you're not at home. Don't lick anything in here.
I think some people just go rogue as fuck when it comes to eating. Like,
yeah,
I've seen people do stuff with dips. Regrettable stuff that I would only do in private. You know what I mean?
Mixing them all together.
Like mixing them all together, or dipping your chip in there, taking a bite, then going back.
Oh yeah,
and it's like, that's at home behavior.
Yeah,
but it took me a while because even like drinking out of like the milk carton, I rarely do it because my mom would get so mad at me if we would do it.
Oh yeah, I don't really do that either.
But now even as an adult, it just feels wrong. It feels like barbaric.
Wrong. Oh my god, my sister came to visit me a couple months ago, and we had just been like watching TV or whatever, hanging out, but I don't know what her hands are doing. You know, I mean, her hands were doing normal stuff. She, yeah, touched her hair, scratched her head, whatever, and then she just went in my kitchen and put her hand in the pickle jar, and I was like, well, you own all those pickles now. I am not. And she's like, you really won't eat these pickles anymore because I put my hand in there. I'm like, absolutely not. That's so gross. And she was like, offended.
She was offended?
Yes.
But also like,
well, then I called my mom who instilled all this craziness in us, and she was like, that's disgusting. disgusting, Rebecca.
Yeah,
How
that's
dare you?"
that's
And I was
like,
see?
that's like my mom. And they ingrain it in your head, and then you're like, I can't do that. Even like as an adult, I'm like, I just want to be able to drink the carton.
Yeah.
Just say, hey, fuck it. And I'm the only person that lives here, and I still won't do it.
Yeah, but it's also correct because like,
You're right,
yeah,
you're right.
I have a cat. She was probably petting the cat. The cat goes outside. There's probably all kinds of shit on her, and it's just like, yeah, I don't know what's on your body. Like, I love you. I mean, you're my flesh and blood, but like, don't just use a fork.
And it's
Because-
also like, you're my sister, so I can definitely tell you that this grosses me out.
Yes.
I can even drive home this point for days afterward.
Oh yeah, if it
because you're
was
my
a
sister.
friend, I would have just thrown the pickles away after they
Right.
left and not said anything. But particularly with pickle juice, because it's just like brining in there. So if you get a cat hair or
No. A
some
cat hair.
dandruff,
A cat hair
then
or
it just becomes part of the pickle flavoring. No, thank you.
no, a cat hair in pickle juice. I can't think of anything more disgusting.
That's what I'm saying. And she was like,
A
baffled.
hangnail in a
Thank
pickle
you.
in pickle juice.
She could have been touching her pussy all day. I don't
You
fucking
don't know.
I don't know how she watches TV. She was under a blanket. It's so gross. I can't. And then I'm shocked, and we've talked about this. I'm shocked my mom is capable of eating out or getting delivery ever, because she's so grossed out by the thought of people touching her food.
She is.
Oh yeah, she's like obsessive about it, that I'm like, how do you order food? And she's like, I just put it out of my mind. Like, please don't even bring it up.
What
Like,
if-
everyone's touching all your shit all the time, whether you're there or not. And then with delivery, there's a whole in-between person. Like, I know comics who eat the Postmates food. So, like, you know.
They do.
Oh, yeah.
The ones
Oh, yeah.
comics.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck it.
Yeah. No, yeah. I have several friends that are like, yeah, I eat some of the food. Whatever. If there's 24 wings, they're not going to count, right? I'm going to eat one of the wings. I'm like, this is so sad. Yeah.
No, that is so sad. But also, I've noticed, and this has made me hesitant to order Postmates because of pandemic, and then I'm like, fuck it. Sometimes, do I really need to pay $45 for like a chicken dinner?
Yeah, it's so much.
But in the moment, when you really want something and you don't feel like cooking, it's so tempting.
I tend to go overboard with that. I'm like, then I'm going to order nice food, because if I'm already paying a lot.
I've done that.
And you feel it less, because you're like, okay, this whole meal was $100. It
Right.
feels way crazier when you're like, this burrito was $15. Like, I don't. It's too much of a 1-to-1 where you like really, and then if it's like a mediocre burrito, you're like, fuck. I literally could have gone to the taco truck 2 blocks away.
I know. Yeah. That's
So
what.
I go big.
Yeah,
nice food.
Do you know what I hate? I
What?
hate when it says that it's about to come, but then it gets delayed because they're dropping it off to somewhere else. They
Yeah.
do that now.
Always.
You're going on a little fucking scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
You're dropping off someone else's. It's just.
Oh, and it sucks so much for the Postmate because they can't control it.
And then
They
they're
just
getting
get sent
yelled
there.
at.
Yeah.
And if there's a problem and you're a Postmate and you're like, this is missing. What can you do?
And then people just don't tip. Yeah.
And then people don't tip, which is a problem. I think a lot of people don't tip on Postmates because
A
it
lot.
should honestly just be taken out.
Mm-hmm. I was at the Irvine Improv all weekend, and one of the servers was telling us that post-pandemic tips are worse than ever. Well, okay, it's a balance. So good people are tipping more than ever, which is what I've been doing.
Yes, because you feel bad that
So
people have been out of work.
A little bit balanced, but they've had more tables where it's literally like a giant table and they spend $800 and leave zero. Like, no joke.
That should be
Illegal. Call the
illegal.
cops. Yeah.
It's like, if you can't afford to tip, then eat at home.
I know.
It's also like, I feel like eating out is such a luxury since we've been like going out to eat is one of the most fun activities of all time. I didn't even realize it was a top activity for me until like I love
several
dining,
several sides, several dips.
I love all of the sauces.
Yeah. Same.
Like, I like to get involved.
Well, and comedy club serving is the worst fucking job because there's no other restaurant where, and I say this on stage a lot because if I do I have a joke about being a server, and so, I'll be like, tip your wait staff, whatever, and the wait staff always loves it. That's all I care about. I just want to make them happy. there's no other restaurant where everyone shows up at the same time, demanding, and you have literally 90 total minutes, well, truly an hour to get everything out and done, and it's fucking dark.
And
the lights off.
You have to be really quiet because there's someone on stage.
You're whispering.
You're like, and ducking down.
And they carry those trays with like 30 drinks on them, and some are martini glasses and some are pint glasses, and I'm like, oh, how do you do it?
I know.
I get anxious being on stage watching them.
I know. I can't even imagine being a waitress. I was a hostess at Saddle Ranch back when I was 19. I used to have to say...
Is that the place by the Comedy Store?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But when I worked there...
With the bull?
Yeah.
Oh.
I used to sell bull rides.
Yes!
And I used to have to say, you should try the cobbler. It's like the reason I work here. Even though I never tried the cobbler.
They made you say that?
Yeah, they made us memorize things and say it.
Oh my God.
And then they'd yell at me. They'd be like, come outside. We need to have a talk.
And then people would try the cobbler. Did that work?
Yeah, everything was about like upselling. So they'd be like, okay, so if there's a wait, just tell everyone to come on in and that you'll get them a round of shots at the bar on you. And it'd make me feel so powerful. I'd be like, come on. I wasn't even 21. I'm like, round of shots. Hey, Jason, yeah, let's get these guys round of shots
on me.
They were really
giving away shots?
They were, but it was all part of their like strategy to like sell things.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I guess like if you give away like 5 shots of cheap liquor,
like
most
pop
people
off.
are also gonna get a beer or a second cocktail because people don't love shots. Nobody really loves them, you know.
No, yeah, and then you're gonna end up staying because you just had a shot.
Yeah, and you'll wait it out for the table instead of leaving. That's really interesting.
The Saddle Ranch theories.
And you like want to ride the bull while you wait.
Oh my God!
It's like the reason I work here.
Yeah, they used to make us say that, and then but I would make so much money. It was way long ago. It was when everyone was going to Saddle Ranch. It was like all the real world people would come in.
That's so weird.
I remember it'd be like a lot of people from the real world, and then like Matthew Perry. Like really,
what a horrible place.
It was terrible.
Been there when after signing up for the Comedy Store and then waiting for the list to go out. I go in.
That seems so dark.
I know. Well, yeah. Thankfully, I don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah, no.
But it was actually fun. It was like it would become a reason that I went to the Comedy Store, Mike.
The Saddle Ranch.
I might. Well, just that in between time where I'm like having a drink with friends that I don't see that often. But they also showed up to sign up, and then I'm like, oh yeah, let's go get a drink at Saddle Ranch.
Do you remember were you around when Potluck was on Monday and Sunday?
Mm-mm.
No, that was a nightmare.
Oh, that's an interesting idea.
It was on Sundays and Mondays.
And they still haven't brought it back yet. I wonder when they will.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Who knows? It's so weird going back to life. I'm going to have you try a mouthwatering mint if you want.
Yeah.
And I might smoke a dab.
Okay.
Because this is the end of the podcast.
Okay, perfect.
And I have a new dab wand that I got from Ispire.
I would lose my mind. I'd never make it back down the mountain.
Really?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I would live here.
You could live here. He would love it. Yeah.
I know. He's making me so hot. He's just like emanating heat.
He is. He was up last night barking all night. Okay. It's okay.
That was scary.
I scared him.
Sarah,
I'm sorry.
what's in there?
These are mouth-watering mints.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Mouth-watering mints do not
From
scare
Flintt.
all dogs. We want you to know.
No,
They're
yeah.
very tame.
They're very tame.
He just was dreaming.
He was dreaming, and I disturbed him with the clink of the mints.
It's okay.
So there's...
They don't have weed in them, right?
They don't have weed in them.
Good. A lot of people probably ask you that.
People ask me that all the time. If
Bye,
I do your
Bowie.
podcast, am I going to have to get high? If I do your podcast, am I... Okay, so what flavor do you want? That's cherry. There's cherry, lemon.
Cherry.
Okay, it's going to make your mouth water.
Okay, and that's a good thing because...
if it's dry... Yeah,
Oh, okay.
you want to have... A wet mouth is a healthy mouth.
Okay.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
That's the same for pussies, right?
Yeah.
Okay. No.
Don't put this in your pussy.
To our dry pussied listeners, it's okay if that's your situation.
Yeah. There's always a solution.
There is. Literally, it's a solution. I can't get it out, Sarah. And that's me, not the packaging.
No, that's a you problem. Okay, you do that.
I did eat this directly out of your hand after having that conversation.
Oh, sorry.
No, they don't seem dirty.
My hands are clean.
It's just an issue I have
It's
with
a
my
sister. It's a sister thing. If my sister did that, I'd be pissed.
It's very good.
The flavor is good, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like having them right before I go on stage.
Tell me about this F strength.
Well, they all come in different strengths. That one's 150, so that's a reasonable one. This one's 250, so that means you're going to be watering harder.
Whoa, cool.
Yeah. So it's kind of like choose your own adventure, depending on how dry your mouth is.
And where are these made?
I believe in New York.
Oh, okay. Good for Flintt's.
Flintt's is living their best life.
Follow Flintt's Mints on Instagram.
Flintt's, 2 T's. There's people on TikTok just taking these, salivating everywhere, left and right.
They just leave their mouth open and it drips.
Yeah.
It's gross. People are gross.
Yeah, people are so gross. I'm going to just smoke a dab because I want to show my listeners my new dab wands that I got. Do you want to just
want me to sing a song?
Yeah, whatever. Do what you feel.
Well, I'll tell you what I feel. It feels like my tongue is tingling.
Yes, there's that.
My mouth is watering.
Mm-hmm.
I feel a little bit in my sinuses.
Oh.
And my eyeballs.
In your eyeballs.
And this is only the 150.
Can you imagine what a 250 might do?
I'm trying to imagine it, and that seems intense.
It's a different experience. Especially the cinnamon ginger.
Oh, that sounds good.
Cinnamon ginger is good. Okay.
So anyway, go to amymillercomedy.com. This is when I'll plug myself.
Yes, this would be a great time to start plugging yourself.
Okay.
Where can people find you? Do you have anything coming up you want to promote? What's your Instagram? All of it. Twitter?
I'm touring a lot. My Instagram is just Amy Miller Comedy. My Twitter is Amy Miller. amymillercomedy.com for all my tour dates, including a tour with Johnny Pemberton coming up.
Love him. And he's on the podcast. He's so funny.
He's the best. We will be going to SF, Alameda, Santa Cruz, Portland, Seattle, as long as all those places don't shut down their comedy clubs in the next 2 weeks. Bisbee, Arizona. Tucson,
never
Arizona.
been to Bisbee. Have you?
I have. I love Bisbee. It's one of my favorite places.
What is it like? It's like as magical as Stanhope makes it seem?
Yeah. It's really bizarre. Truly, it feels like a little European village. Like, you drive through nothing, just Arizona desert and mountains, for a couple hours if you're coming from Tucson or whatever. And then all of a sudden there's just a little light on the hill, and there's just a little village. They have cobblestone streets. Truly,
what?
It's out of this world.
That's incredible.
It's so cute. And then it's right on the border. So if you're above Bisbee, the hills, the houses are all built into the hills. It really feels like you've traveled back in time, and you're for sure not in Arizona. But then you also see the glow of Mexico, just behind it.
What?
Yeah. So you'll
Mexico's glows?
Well, yes, because it's, especially along the border, it's just these massive towns. But on the Arizona side, there's nothing really but Bisbee. So you're coming in and you see oh, here's Bisbee. But then just on the horizon, it almost looks like the sun's rising. You see literally the glow of the border.
That's so
just from
cool.
City lights. Yeah, it's really interesting. Yeah, there's a cute little Airstream park there.
Cool. Are you performing there?
No, we're gonna stay there though.
Cool. An Airstream park?
Each trailer has kind of a different theme, and they're all just
really? What's it called?
The Shady Dell.
I like that. I
And
love
there's
a
diner
theme.
there. Yeah.
I love a themed thing.
And then so if they, let's say, you stay in a trailer that's that's a 68, a 68 trailer.
From the year 68?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything in the trailer is of the era. So they'll even put magazines from 1968
I love that.
and a yearbook. And then all the little tchotchkes, which you would love.
I love a tchotchke.
Are all of the same exact time. So you're traveling back in time.
Okay, so what
It's so
theme are
great.
you guys staying in?
I think they're giving us the big tiki bus.
A tiki
which is really
bus?
fun. Yeah.
Please post pictures. Send me pictures
Oh,
from
I
the
will.
tiki bus.
Yeah, and it's just a little community. And so since every trailer is different and has all these perfect touches, then people will come out and be can I see you in your trailer?
That's so fun.
Yeah.
I did at a trailer place like that in Joshua Tree.
Oh, yeah.
Hicksville?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That one's great.
I stayed in a 60s themed trailer.
I love that.
It was
I love
so
an
much
Airstream.
fun.
Yeah.
I love a theme.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not staying there for 2 weeks, because eventually
That would be a lot.
I need a plumbing system. But
Yeah.
But yeah, a couple days. It's so fun.
Hell yeah, that's so fun. Cool. So people can follow you Instagram, Twitter, all those
Amy Miller Comedy on
places.
Instagram. Yeah.
And I'll link to all
Come
that
see me.
in the description.
I
Yeah,
love
because you're
it.
going to be everywhere.
Yeah, we're going all over the place.
Hell yeah.
How was it?
It was great.
Okay.
Do I seem stoned?
No.
I don't?
But you're always stoned, right?
I'm high a lot. I'm highly functioning. No, yeah, but I got this. So it's a way to do a dab without a scary blowtorch.
Oh yeah, that's crucial.
So you don't look like you're like a crackhead.
Yeah, because people do light themselves on fire. Sometimes.
Yeah, or it's like the only reason you should have a torch is for creme brulee. That's
For
what I
s'mores.
always say. Yes. Ooh, a s'mores torch
Mhm.
to do marshmallow, brulee
Yeah,
a
like
marshmallow.
if you don't
Now that
have
sounds-
a fire going,
That sounds so fun.
it is.
I'm stoned
can
and all I
torch-
want to do is torch things.
Torch the whole s'more.
Hell yeah.
But that's a cool idea.
Yeah, this is cool. It's an induction heater. Is
That's
it called
awesome.
an induction? Yeah.
Do you feel very stoned?
I feel stoned. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I love that for you.
I love that for me too. Well, thank you so
you're
much
gonna
for
go
coming on.
nowhere else today. You're staying here. You're in for the
I'm going to
night.
go on a hike.
Oh, okay, nice.
I like getting high and hiking
Perfect.
because it makes it less painful.
Totally.
I
You just
have to
forget
work
how
out
long you've been out
outside.
there.
Yeah. Otherwise, I can't do it.
Totally.
So I'm like, what am I doing? I'm not going anywhere, but I'm moving.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah, you want
Um,
to see stuff.
I want to see
And
stuff.
feel that danger. Like, I like hiking by myself because the adrenaline keeps you walking fast.
Yeah.
Because the danger of a mountain lion or, more scarily, a human man.
A
Attacking
human
you.
man. Literally more scared of human men
Oh, so scary. Yeah.
than of like a lion.
Yeah. The last time I went to Joshua Tree, I did a hike and it was sort of close to sunset. So I was coming back almost in the dark. I've never run so fast. And I was probably safe, but I was just like, I gotta get back.
Yeah,
The
no.
sun's going down
There-
and human men will come out.
It's so crazy.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, that's a really good workout because the adrenaline, I felt nothing. I was just like so scared.
So scared. Yeah.
Do scared runs. That's my
Scared runs keep you
suggestion is.
fit.
Yeah.
They keep you agile.
Yep. Keep you moving.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening and watching to another episode of Shank. Make sure you're following Amy, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.